Hello, and welcome to ESO Online for story, relaxation, or sleep. For those of you who do follow the channels, you guys know that I enjoy Elder Scrolls lore to an extreme extent. I have lore reading videos on the main channel, aka Video Games and Real Life, as well as lore reading videos even on my TikTok. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoy the storylines showcased here and have a good night. Enjoy your sleep, and as always, don't forget to hydrate. Sleep well.
You there! You look like a capable forager.
Step forth, mortal. Know that you stand in the presence of Hermaeus Mora. We must converse. Laramil has done well, and brought fate's chosen into my unrelenting gaze. All other outcomes are now excluded. From this moment, fate's ever-branching tree begins to grow again. And with it, new possibilities emerge. It concerns beginnings and endings, secrets too dangerous to reveal, and the stability of the threads of fate. Hidden rivals threaten my realm, and thereby threaten all of reality. If they succeed, fate will unravel and doom both our worlds. I am the golden eye of fate, and the keeper of whispers. Knowledge and memory are my domains. How this threat eludes me, I do not know. But you are the key to preserving Apocrypha. I have foreseen it, and in doing so, you shall save the mortal realm. Let Laramil guide you, as she can perceive the threads of fate without undue mental anguish. They converge in 3 locations, places of revelation. Meet her in the Necrom bindery, in the mortal city of the same name. Now, let us seal our covenant. The 3 glyphics before you contain the concepts necessary to create a contract to bind us. I submit to this as a promise of cooperation. You may serve as my proxy without fear of harming your own interests. Now, precious little, they are shadows that vanish under my scrutiny, obscure figures that somehow hide from my gaze. It is disconcerting. Never have I been so blind. Every possible fate unfolds before me. They all lead to an event I thought erased from chance eons ago. If this course isn't altered, Apocrypha falls, reality unravels, and Nirn is destroyed. This enemy eludes me, but you are my secret advantage. That is the reason fate chose you. Your instinctual ability to succeed no matter the obstacles placed before you, no matter the odds. Follow the threads I selected for Lyramil. See where they lead. That is the key to saving both our realms. Do you know so little, mortal? Apocrypha is my domain. A plane of oblivion I have shaped to my needs. And this plane, the mortal realm, some refer to it as Nirn. As for the connection, just know that if Apocrypha falls, Nirn will cease to exist. The scholars and mystics of your world call me a Daedric prince. What you see is only an aspect of my true self, for the mortal mind cannot contain the whole of me. This form suffices. Your mind must remain intact for you to be of use to fate. Precious little. They are shadows that vanish under my scrutiny. Obscure. The three glyphics before me. It is for your peace of mind, mortal. I offer to bind myself, to give you the power to constrain my actions, so that you may trust me. The contract also marks you as my proxy. That could prove beneficial in some places you must travel. Precious little. They are shadows that vanish under my scrutiny. Obscure figures that somehow hide from my gaze. It is disconcerting. Never have I been so blind. Every possible fate unfolds before me. They all lead to an event I thought erased from chance eons ago. If this course isn't altered, Apocrypha falls, reality unravels, and Nirn is destroyed. This and that is the reason fate chose you. Your instinctual. It is for your peace of mind. Do you know so? The scholars and mystics of your world call me. Fate takes many paths, mortal. Find Lyramil. Choose.
Ho there, traveler! Oh, thank the eight. You stopped. I've had people pass by without even a glance my way. Suppose they must think I'm bait for some sort of trap with clothes as nice as this. Really, I just need an urgent favor. I'm a courier for a cadet branch of House Halalu. My superiors tasked me with an urgent delivery to a member of the house in Necrom. I just landed this position. I don't want to lose it, but I can't complete the delivery in this state. I turned my ankle. Serves me right for wearing these new boots on an assignment without properly breaking them in. Could you find Solny Narain in Necrom and deliver her package for me? Happy to let you keep the reward if it means I'll keep my job. You're like a blessing from Zenithar himself. Solny Narain should be at the graveyard in Necrom. As for me, I suppose I'll fashion a splint and hobble my way to a settlement, with the comfort of knowing my professional reputation will remain intact.
hands off, or I will gut you like the rest. What? Never seen an assassin get put out of work before? A good spot. Until a guard.
Welcome to my safe house, Proxy. Meeting Hermaeus Mora represents a rare honor. The one who knows materializes in a delimited projection. He chooses to manifest before few mortals. The threads upon which reality dangles are precarious indeed. What did Mora impart to you? And so I shall. The one who knows traced 3 crucial events to this area. Investigate each, and he believes we can expose the conspirators moving against Apocrypha. We may even stop them before the ultimate threat takes shape. I do not know. I was only presented with what was required to bring you to the right place at the right moment. You must many possible futures branch from every mortal choice. If we know the consequences of our choices, it changes the outcome. Therefore, Hermaeus Mora tells us only what he must. As fate's chosen, the rest is up to you. The threads of fate lead to 3 locations in this region. The necropolis of Necrom, the old tower of Telrendis, and the town of Alavelis. I shall open a portal to each, investigate them, and return here to the Necrom bindery when you are done. Your choice must be your own, Proxy. Hermaeus Mora was clear about that. There. 3 paths are now arrayed before you.
When Prelate Forum and his aides arrived, my fellow Keepers of the Dead were plagued with a strange malady. I was away when the disease struck, and I haven't been allowed back inside since. The Prelate said the Abbot ordered the closure, but... Prelate Forum arrived from the temple, and suddenly my fellow monks fell ill. We were never notified of a visit, and besides, Forum isn't our usual Prelate. Never even heard of him. Fate must have led you here, friend.
Not now, stranger. My assistant never showed up for work today, and I've got my hands full directing cargo bound for both land and sea. Plague. That's not a word to toss around lightly. What proof do you have? Look, illness is a part of life when you work with the dead. I'm surprised the Keepers of the Dead aren't sick more often. Plague can be serious, but I need more than your word to shut down the port or quarantine the city. Sorry, I can't let you wander around unattended on a ship under my watch. And since my assistant Randus never showed up for work today, I have no one available to escort you. Without Port Agent Randus or more substantial proof, I can't help you. No, I wouldn't want that. All right. If you're careful and don't touch anything, you can go aboard and take a look around. But if you find anything to verify your claim, I want you to bring it to me immediately.
back. I was worried maybe you abandoned me. If I have to turn away one more family... Did you learn anything at the Stormwing about a sickness or a plague? And did the temple really send Prelate Forum to the necropolis? An imposter? Let me see what you found. I knew there was something wrong the moment I saw the prelate. Oh, I suppose I should call him Blightcrown. What kind of name is that? And what does a devotee of Periite want in the necropolis? All sorts of relics and heirlooms are stored in the catacombs with the ancestors. And with Periite cultists loose inside, Abbot Ilvel and the Keepers are in terrible danger. We need to get into the necropolis. But how? The main door is locked. I don't. Wait! When I wanted to slip out after curfew, I used the cellar that connects to the city's underways. I doubt Blightcrown or his attendants know about it. Meet me in the tunnel behind the necropolis. I think I can get us inside from there. The entrance to the underways is on the west side of the necropolis. You'll find the cellar door in an alcove on your right. I'll post a notice about the closure and join you there. We can't let Periite's cult rummage through the catacombs. I was orphaned at a young age. No other family. Abbot Ilvel took me in and raised me. He's the father I never had. I only have Blightcrown's word about that. I'm not even sure if the abbot and the keepers are really sick. When I returned, the place was already locked tight, and I was ordered to stay at the door and turn pilgrims away. I'll meet you in the underways. Over here, friend. A rarely used trapdoor. You go first. No one around, just as I hoped. The chapel is through the doorway and up the stairs. To the right, friend. The door to the chapel is at the end of the hall. Locked. The chapel is never locked. Can you pick it? If not, Curate Zancon leaves his key on a shelf to the northwest. Those sensors, whatever they're emitting, reeks.
It's a fight now.
Destroy the sensors. They're sickening these keepers. Blightcrown is with the abbot? His His chambers are to the north when we're done here.
Gadain, Abbot Ilvel is in danger. Prelate Farum put one of those foul censers in his chamber.
I don't know anything about a fulcrum. Please.
No, I know nothing of Prior Durdren's tomb. Leave me be.
They ask so many questions. Please, help the others.
That's all of them. Let's go check on Abbot Ilvel. The Abbot! Destroy that foul censer, friend.
No, Prelate, stop. Fulcrum Obscura.
How insidious. Blightcrown made the Keepers of the Dead sick so he could question them in their fevered state. And also he could find some old relic hidden in the necropolis? Hermaeus Mora? The Keepers of the Dead have nothing to do with the Lord of Secrets. And I never heard of anything called the Fulcrum Obscura. Wait, how do you know all this? Are you a cultist too? Endanger's Nern? I'm just a minor curate working in the necropolis. Feuds between Daedric princes are beyond me. Still, I want to help. Finding anything in the catacombs will take time. We might be able to catch up with Blightcrown if we hurry. Prior Durdren founded the necropolis and our order. Abbot Ilvel idolized him. Told me the Prior was obsessed with Necrom's history and had received a special charge from Lord Vivec. There's a key to the catacombs in the desk. Hurry, friend. Take the key from the desk and head to the catacombs. The door is through the chapel and to the north. I'll stay with Abbot Ilvel. Do what I can until he recovers. Just be careful. We know Blightcrown didn't arrive at the necropolis by himself. Prior Durdren established the Keepers of the Dead as a religious order and built this abbey over the ancient necropolis. He lived and died here centuries ago. I don't remember that coming up in any of the abbot's lectures. But Prior Durdren possessed many talents. Legend has it he could command powerful Daedra and resist their lures. And he was given some sort of charge by Lord Vivec personally. I only visited it once, with Abbot Ilvel when I was very young. It's somewhere in the lower catacombs, at the very deepest point in the necropolis. Remember, Blightcrown brought the hidden kindred with him. You might have to fight to get there. The ancestors watch over us. I have faith that in moments of need, my prayers will be answered. Although it certainly helps that the censers were destroyed and that foul miasma is dissipating. I'll do what I can while you deal with the imposter. Prior Durdren established the Keepers of the Dead as a religious order and built this abbey over the ancient necropolis. He lived and died here centuries ago. I don't remember that coming up in any of the abbot's lectures. But Prior Durdren possessed many talents. Legend has it he could command powerful Daedra and resist their lures. And he was given some sort of charge by Lord Vivec personally. I only visited it once, with Abbot Ilvel when I was very young. It's somewhere in the lower catacombs, at the very deepest point in the necropolis. Remember, Blightcrown brought the hidden kindred with him. You might have to fight to get there. The ancestors watch over us. I have faith that in moments of need, my prayers will be answered. Although it certainly helps that the censers were destroyed and that foul miasma is dissipating. I'll do what I can while you deal with the imposter. The door to the catacombs is through the chapel and to the north. Prior Durdren's tomb is deep inside.
looking. Light clouds now. That was a bit of a warm-up.
Someone approaches Tovasard. Quick, take the relic.
The relic broke. Still, this portion contains the power we need. I leave our guests to you, Blackcrown.
The time to hide is over. Behold Blightcrown, most favored priest of Perryites. I leave you with a blessing from the Prince of Pestilence.
You're back. Look, Abbot Ilvel is awake and feeling much better.
Is this the one, Gadain? You saved many lives, friend. Come, talk with me. Young Gadain told me of your mission for the Prince of Fate. A strange and perilous ally. But I thank you for saving the necropolis. We owe you our lives. What happened in the catacombs? Did you find the impostor who called himself Prelate Farum? Interesting. I know Prior Daedric cavorted with Daedra, but there was no mention of Perryites in any of the chronicles. At least I see that you recovered the rest of the relic. I have no idea what they think it can do, or if it even still functions. Oh, hold on to it, of course. Gadain said that fate led you to us. I can only assume it was because of the Fulcrum Obscura. It must have a role in whatever trials you must face to save Nirn. Yes, my young charge told me everything. He does that. Just this. I am in no condition to help you recover the relic. None of the Keepers are. Well, none except Gadain. I will send our young curate with you. Search out these villains, put a stop to their scheme, and recover the Fulcrum Obscura. Gadain, go with this adventurer. Retrieve the stolen piece of Fulcrum Obscura. You need to see more of the world anyway.
Go? But... yes, Abbot.
A great evil reached out.
Friend, a word, please? I never traveled far from Necrom. Barely left the Telvanni Peninsula, and that was just one trip to Mournhold with Abbot Ilvel. The Abbot has given me a mission, though, and I mean to complete it. Just tell me what to do, and I'll follow your lead. The Necrom Bindery? I thought that place was abandoned. Of course I'll meet you there. Oh, and the Abbot authorized me to give you this, for exposing Blightcrown and saving the necropolis.
Your work here is done, Proxy. Still That dark elf also bears the mark of fate. I shall speak with you momentarily, Curate. Fate's threads still lead to 2 other locations. Choose another portal, Proxy.
Talk? To me? Of course. Go on, friend. I'll see you soon.
Come, Proxy. Fate dictates that I join you at this location. The threads of fate draw both of us to this place, Proxy. Telrendis, once the home of a powerful Telvanni magister named Meln the Mouthless, but now abandoned. From what I could ascertain, no one knows what happened to the wizard of this tower. That has yet to be determined. One of the strands of fate revealed to me converges at this location. More than that, Hermaeus Mora expects us to learn for ourselves. Of the 3 sites, this one requires that I be on hand to assist you. I never said it was more important, just that fate requires both of us here. More than that, we shall need to determine. I do sense a lingering presence, a connection to Apocrypha. Help me investigate this place and Hermaeus Mora will reward you. I wish to survey the tower and its grounds. The threads of fate...
Off with you, Swit!
Let fate renew your vigor, Proxy. Careful, Proxy. I have faced these vampire mercenaries before. The vampire mercenaries. The tower's defenses have them well occupied. Let the threads of fate restore your strength.
Master Shell ready. The tower's defenses continue to oppose us.
Meln was thorough, I'll give him that.
Any word from the tower?
No progress yet. I'll keep you informed.
See that you do, Captain. You there, come forward. I expected to have Telrendis all to myself today, and you're certainly not one of Captain Xenphis' vampire mercenaries. So, who are you, and why have you come to this tower? Abandoned, yes, but not without its defenses. Telrendis is a dangerous place, Fla. I advise you not to interfere with the Dusksabers, and it seems Meln the Mouthless left Telrendis well protected, as my mercenaries can testify. Oh, the Telvanni Magister who owned this place. He's been missing for decades. The old fool possessed a book that I very much want to add to my library. Scavenge if you will, as long as you understand the book is mine. Now, why are you really here? Indeed. You don't look like a Daedric cultist. Running errands for Daedra is frowned upon in most lands, but I appreciate your honesty. My Dusksabers are stymied, and Meln warded his tower against other Telvanni such as myself. Perhaps you can help. Find a way into the tower and breach Meln's defenses so I can recover the book I seek. You can then attend to your business with the gratitude of a Telvanni master. So what do you say? Do we have an agreement? I suggest you begin with the old Telrendis Hall, to the southwest of this camp. Captain Xenphis reports that his Dusksabers are having a difficult time there. If you can succeed where they have so far failed, I will make it worth your while. There are no cultists here, only my Dusksabers, and the defenders Meln the Mouthless left behind. But I'm curious about how you are acquainted with Torvasad. Where did you encounter him? In some quarters it's impolite to ask about such things. I'm a Telvanni master. I know many Dremora. My dealings with them are not your concern. But if you must know, I had no part in whatever happened in Necrom.
That Telvanni bears watching. But the tower remains the crux of our investigation here. Let us find a way in. A magical ward seals that door. What happened here, mercenary?
What happened here? The ward killed my comrade. Not easy to do to a Dusksaber. I thought we had little to fear from old tricks and traps, but look what happened to my comrade. Dead as the last swit who stepped out of line across the Dusksabers. Speaking of, who are you and what are you doing here? Nalia tried to push through the ward on that door. The note over there suggests that something in this room disarms the trap. Clearly, she guessed wrong. I think this strange lens is part of the puzzle. We found it by the note. Here, you take it. We obviously weren't able to figure it out. I'll be damned if I try to use it again. If Shoreni sent you, by all means, be my guest.
Lenses such as that can reveal hidden things. Look through it, Proxy. A magical ward seals that door. What happened here, mercenary?
What happened here? The ward killed my comrade. Not easy to do to a Dusksaber.
A magical ward seals that door. What happened here, mercenary? Of the tower. There should be more portals to take us higher.
Feel the currents of fate flow through me.
Magister of the Telvanni! Turn back or be
ignore it and keep going.
Is that thief and liar, Shelreni Barrow? Provoke me at your own risk.
Interesting. The
Maybe
spirit
I should
seems
have joined
aware
the
of
buoyant
Master
arches.
Shelreni's attempt to access the tower.
As if murdering me wasn't insult enough. Now she sent you to steal my book.
I suggest we... Is this spirit actually Meln the Mouthless? Perhaps he is the thread that led us here.
Face the fury of Meln the Mouthless, Magister of the Telvanni. Or we could have a nice chat and discuss this like civilized people. If there's one thing I learned in death, it's how foolish the living can be. I know all that passes in my home, intruder. I heard your bargain with that so-called Master Shelreni Barrow. You have given my murderer access to my tower. Why does the Telvanni do anything? Ambition, power, greed. 20 years ago, I stood in Shelreni's path. An obstacle to the higher rank she craved. She requested a meeting. Instead of negotiating, she killed me and tried to steal my prized possession. Oh, just all the contingencies I had in place. With my last breath, I banished her from the tower and set all the wards and defenses. They held perfectly well. Until you mucked everything up. She'll have no trouble stealing my black book now. The Tormenting Eye, a tome of forbidden secrets. I see Hermaeus Mora's mark on you and your companion. If you don't know about the black books, she can tell you more. Shelreni Barrow is careless in her pursuit of power. She must not possess my book. Two things protect my book. The spell of illegibility I cast upon it, and the fact that without my aid, it will take her time to break the spell on her own. Still, I'd rather she never get her hands on it. Stop her, and I'll find a way to reward you.
The thread becomes clear. Hermaeus Mora sent us to recover the Black Book.
The Black Book is mine. And with this soul gem, I also have this miserable spirit. Meln comes with me.
And I thought this day couldn't get any worse.
The threads of fate here are tied to three things. Master Shelreni, Meln the Mouthless, and the Black Book. That was the connection to Apocrypha I sensed here. Black books are creations of Hermaeus Mora and his realm. Black books are relics of Apocrypha. Each holds a different secret. Most are kept in the vast libraries of Hermaeus Mora's realm, but he sometimes gifts one to a mortal. In addition to forbidden knowledge, each serves as a portal to Apocrypha. That is a secret the one who knows has not yet shared with me. I can count the number of black books I know about on one hand, and each is unique. Only one copy of each book exists. This is the first I have heard of one titled The Tormenting Eye. We must free Meln the Mouthless from Master Shelreni's grasp and retrieve the Black Book. But to do that, we need more information. Look around, Proxy. If Meln was indeed murdered here, there might be proof of Shelreni's villainy. the body of Meln the Mouthless. It is clear he was murdered at this very spot. That letter from Master Shelreni's mouth. That meeting must have been when Meln was murdered. Meln the Mouthless let down his guard and paid the ultimate price. His body has remained here forgotten and undisturbed for decades because he preferred solitude above all else. Now Master Shelreni has both Meln's spirit and his Black Book. To recover Meln and his Black Book, you must find Master Shelreni, and the letter you discovered explains how to do that. Go to the Assembly of Masters at Old Isra and question Shelreni's mouth, Vabdru. No, here our paths diverge. I leave Mouth Vabdru and Meln in your hands. While you pursue the spirit, I shall research the Black Book and contemplate the other threads of fate. I must determine how this factors into the threat against Apocrypha. Master Shelreni has trapped Meln's spirit in a soul gem. This portal leads outside. You must travel to Old Isra from there. Defenses around Tel Hulin play havoc with portal magic.
Wait, hold on. Head to Old Isra.
My master wants you to convey this message to Master Shelreni. The Assembly will not tolerate threats or coercion.
These rumors disturb the other masters. Shelreni must moderate her ambition before the Assembly takes action.
I will relay your concerns to Master Shelreni. Forget what you heard, stranger. Master Shelreni cares not what the other masters think of her, or how difficult she makes things for me. So, what brings you to Telvara, the Tower of the Telvanni Mouths? Master Shelreni never comes to Aldisra. Telvanni masters rarely do. I expect she is at her tower Telbaro, but I would be a poor mouth indeed if I let you pester her at home without asking what business you have with her. Ah, Master Shelreni doesn't discuss her work with me. Very well. Take the Telbaro insignia from my office. You'll need it to unlock the wards. Otherwise, you'll never get through the cavern to reach the tower. She takes it. My office is through the north door and the insignia is behind my desk. Use it to unlock the wards in the cavern, or you'll never reach the tower. Telbaro is hard to find. Look for the cavern of the tower east of Old Isra. The tower is inside.
Wait, hold on. Editor of Isra. Yeah.
I really don't like your odds. The last of them. Oh, thank feck. At this. Well, I probably shouldn't be proud of that. tell the princes. I'll uphold my end of the bargain. I expect them to uphold theirs.
Over here! Quickly, before Shalreni comes back! I see you were able to follow the clues I left in my tower. But you took your sweet time. I can't defy Shalreni much longer. If we're going to get out of here and keep me from complying with that lying murderer, you must do exactly as I say. My spirit is bound to the soul gem Shalreni used to capture me. Disentangling the connection will require more time and expertise than you have. So simply take the gem and leave. Without me, she may never be able to unlock my black book. Shalreni took the black book with her, but without my help, she'll have to unriddle it page by page. The labor of days or weeks, not hours. If she can even accomplish it, she's too fond of the easy path to power. It will be her undoing someday. She doesn't need it at all. She's in league with a Dremora, Torvasard, and a pair of Daedric princes. There's apparently a rite contained within the book they want her to cast. In return, they'll give her what she wants. Can you hear me? With the gem in your possession, I can come and go as I please. Now use that portal and let's go. Yes, this will do nicely. Let's discuss our arrangement, my chariot of flesh and bone. Being dead and incorporeal isn't how I plan to spend eternity. But being with you is 1,000 times better than remaining in Shalreni's clutches. And we delayed her plans for my black book. Now, tell me about your dealings with Hermaeus Mora. So, end of the world stuff. Well, that's something interesting at least. Obviously, you're going to need the help of a Telvanni Magister. Luckily, you have me. Let me conjure up a small reward for my old vault. A stipend for services rendered. Now, mind you keep my gem on you at all times. I can't help you save the world or advise you on matters of import if I'm not on your person. Unless I manifest, only you can hear me. Oh, and I can lend you certain abilities, such as my ghost sight. Remember, I was a Telvanni Magister. Still am, as a matter of fact. One of the most powerful mages in the peninsula. And I've dealt with Hermaeus Mora before, and Shalreni. Don't you think my counsel will be worth listening to? Well, it is. Once, long ago, I was her mentor. But I recognized a darkness in her. And not the usual Telvanni traits. She was reckless, dangerous. I refused to sponsor her advancement beyond the rank of master, and she coveted my black book. So, she killed me. It's an improvement on the ocular lens you used in my tower. I created a spell to produce the same effect, without any need of a crude focus. Turns out, it works even better now that I'm dead. My black book, The Tormenting Eye, contains many secrets. Ghost Sight was one of them. With it, I can expand your senses, allow you to see the hidden, the imperceivable, the unseen. I have no doubt it will prove important in the tasks ahead of us. Remember, I was a Telvanni Magister. Still am, as a matter of fact. One of the most powerful mages in the peninsula. And I've dealt with Hermaeus Mora before, and Shelreni. Don't you think my counsel will be worth listening to? Well, it is. Tossed in your pack? I expect you to find a nice silk pouch for my gem at the first opportunity. Now, let's be off.
We discovered much here, and gained a valuable ally, even though Master Shelreni took possession of the Black Book. One more thread of fate to investigate, Proxy. Take this portal.
Mortal, why do you bear the mark of the Great Eye? Mortals, you scurry around obsessed with your petty affairs and then you die. But you bear the mark of Hermaeus Mora. Have you come to replace me in my task? That would be typical. Wait, not much to tell. I just arrived myself. This mortal served the Great Eye, but he died before he could tell me about the other Daedric cultists that scamper about. They're creating an intolerable contradiction in reality. Makes my tentacles ache. Something here undermines a fate recorded by Hermaeus Mora. Likely foolish mortals trying to change what has already been written. To fix this, I could use some help. It's common knowledge that mortals prize gold. 8 men, I'll give you some. I'd prefer to sit back and wait for entropy to claim us all, but Are mortal villages typically so broken and on fire?
Look what they did to this village! It's an outrage!
Still here. Thanks for asking. What a horrible noise you mortals make. Where's it coming from?
Are you real? Not another one of those awful dreams. And you look undisturbed. Don't you hear the terrible whispers? It started when a stranger came to town, a Telvanni master. She offered to purchase the old glass mine. I thought it was too good to be true. The mine closed years ago. But she offered us a chest full of gold, and the village elders accepted it. You know her? Master Shelreni didn't stay long, but she sent an overseer who started hiring workers immediately. Master Shelreni said she wanted the mine reopened as quickly as possible. Everyone in the village was given a job in the mine. Then others came. Masons and additional laborers, we thought. Then the dream started. Nightmares. Toiling in the darkness. Working to cut malachite and stone for an arch and a... In the dream, they were building an arch in the mine while we dug out the glass and stone. What wasn't used for the arch was sent to restore a statue. At least that's what the overseer said. We woke each morning exhausted, hands bloody. I don't know. But listen. The overseer and his workers, they're Daedra worshippers. They rounded up the villagers and took...
Nightmares. Sounds like Prince Vermina, all right. We should investigate this Green Glass Inn.
Someone help us!
How disappointing. Another name that overpromises and underdelivers.
Beck, I hope you're watching.
You might as well look around. Master Shalreni. Are you familiar with this mortal?
Ah! I should have guessed Shalreni Barrow was involved in whatever happened here.
The Dreamcarvers plan to strike at Apocrypha? Oh, that must be the disturbance in fate that brought me here. I assumed this would turn out to be some pointless mortal delusion. A minor contradiction easily resolved. But Oblivion gateways and Daedric shrines, and plans to invade Apocrypha? Ugh. This might take longer than I thought. Clearly, the cult used the mind to construct a portal to Apocrypha for the express purposes of invading my master's realm. They also sent stone to restore a Daedric shrine, most likely one devoted to Periite of Vermina. But who's Master Shalreni? Black books open doors to Apocrypha, so why do they need a gate? Still, Telvanni masters are powerful. That makes her dangerous and important to the Hidden Kindred. But why go to all this trouble? It's impossible to sneak past my master's gaze. Blight-crowned sounds unpleasant. But doors in Apocrypha lead to secrets. Something this Torvisard saw in a dream? Is that why Vermina is interested? I suppose we should check the mine next. I hope I don't get hacked up. Reconstitution is irritating. Most of the time, the research I undertake is wasted. But my study of the area indicated that the mine runs underneath the village. The entrance lies to the east. Why do you bear the mark of my master, mortal? You don't seem to be a devotee. Of course he did. Mortals always get the special titles, but who winds up doing all the work? Usually that's me. Well, as long as we're both here, we might as well work together. What's the worst that could happen? Never mind. I already know. Never heard of him. The letter we found claims he's an unaligned Dremora, working with Vermina and Periite. And with Master Shelreni, too. It's highly unusual for a Dremora not to be dedicated to a clan or a prince. Not mention of a dream. Another contradiction and a flood of discrepancies. Daedra don't normally dream, not like mortals at any rate. Not even the Dremora who consider themselves above the rest of us. I may need to look into this Torvasard when I return to Apocrypha. Of course he did. Let Apocrypha smite your foe. Never used to like this much. Arch gateway here. Probably need to go deeper inside. Some of the missing villagers. Mortals should have the decency not to leave their empty husks lying about. It's untidy. An arched gateway. It's inactive, but I can detect the lingering energy of Apocrypha in the air. It must have closed recently. Look around, mortal. We need more information before I attempt to activate this gateway. This is bad. But at least we have the invocation needed to activate the gateway.
An obscure invocation. Where did Shelreni dig it up, I wonder?
Contradictions cling to those tools like void ticks adhere to a watcher's tentacles. Leave them for now. We need to deal with the gateway. I suppose we have no choice. We need to activate the gateway and follow Hermaeus Mora's enemies to Apocrypha. Such heroics aren't usually part of my duties, but so it goes. Did I use the wrong words, mortal? My investigation is incomplete. To find out what the hidden kindred seek in my master's realm, I must follow them. And since you agreed to assist me, you must follow me. I like it less than you, believe me. Apocrypha can be overwhelming for mortals. You may find power or despair, knowledge or madness. Still, you bear the mark of Hermaeus Mora. I think you're meant to go there, and damn it all, I think I'm meant to go with you. Ready yourself, mortal. And what was that invocation? By 7th Umbra and the dismal name, I bid thee open to Beliarch's Bane. Behold, Apocrypha. Don't look up, mortal. I understand your kind find our sky disturbing. Let me see. Head south. They went that way.
It will never pay off. Yet another creature approaches poor Hezek. This time a mortal. Will you rob me as well? I have nothing. Less than nothing once Madame Wim adds to my debt. They stole a secret. I carried it through this awful, ravening morass to trade at the obscured forum. Madame Wim wants a boon from Hermaeus Mora. But the Void Prowler clan found me, kicked me, then stole the secret. I'll never get it back. They would just kick me again. I need help. You could help. Mortals lack gold, right? I have some. We'll find the Void Prowlers, and then you'll take the secrets. Maybe keep them back? Then you can keep Hezek safe while we finish my job.
Poor Watcher. The invaders can't be too far ahead. Husk hasn't dissipated yet. The trail continues to the west, mortal. All of Alessians, mortal. The contradiction they were compelled to create hangs heavy in the air. The trail continues west. Tranquil catalog. Oh no. Pick up the pace, mortal.
Hold! Intruder. I failed to stop your allies, but I won't allow any more of you to enter the catalog.
This should be interesting. I was never allowed to visit the Tranquil catalog before.
Pardon my impertinence. Now I see that you bear the mark of Hermaeus Mora and travel with one of the Great Ice Watchlings. Have you come to aid us, stranger? Invaders forced their way into the Tranquil Catalog. I think they were devotees of Periite and Vermina. But how could that be? And Dreamcarver Dremora accompanied them. They killed or drove off my fellow ciphers. I am a humble cipher, a mortal scribe in service to the Great Eye. This is the Tranquil Catalog, a register and index of the contents of Apocrypha. Hermaeus Mora's enemies could wreak havoc with the information stored here. They scattered once they broke into the catalog, but two headed toward the Pool of Inquiry. A Dreamcarver Kinreeve and a second Dremora with markings the likes of which I've never seen. Please, you bear the Great Eye's mark. Stop them.
The Pool of Inquiry? I know the way, mortal. Invaders in the Tranquil Catalog? What a calamity. Here, mortal. Let Apocrypha smite your foe. The Light Crown serves Periite, but orders the Hidden Daedric to work with Vermina? Strange allies indeed. The invaders shattered the portal seal. We need to follow them to the Pool of Inquiry. These portals lead to the shrines where we can find more of the sacred tears.
Shrines and tears? Bah! Even the tolerable Daedra rely too much on ceremony and arcane conduct.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
Smite your foe.
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable. They're coming for us.
Be careful. Dream carvers and hidden kindred lurk around every corner. I'm a vessel of the Great Eye. Call on me. Mortal, let me aid you. Hands. I'm not jealous at all. Now take the tears and place them in the pool. Ere the pool reveals our goal, tranquil archives. And the Tranquil Archives, one of the main repositories for Hermaeus Mora's glyphics. We need to find the invaders.
Ah, this is the glyphic. Now I know where to find Commander of the Dream. Prince, help me remember. Despite your predilections, Rel.
Prince Vermina commands me to punish Mora's servants, clanless. So I do.
Excessive and pointless. But I have what I came for. I'm leaving.
Do what you will. Deal with our eavesdroppers. Beg me to kill them. Vermina's nightmares quite reside me, mortal.
From big tentacles and freeze.
Survived. Perhaps this will be a challenge after all. Let us see how you handle a night terror.
I suppose I need to activate this bridge for you. It would be easier for both of us if you could just... Corvusard has already accessed the knowledge preserved in this glyphic. We should find out what it contains. Poems emerged from the glyphic. Read them, mortal. The past primordial prohibits Daedric from Corvusard said he was trying to These tomes were reluctant to dispense their information. I wonder if Torvusard learned more.
That Dremora stole whatever was worth knowing here. Nothing left but the meaningless fragments. See what the Watchling makes of all this.
It appears we're in no immediate danger. We can speak here, mortal. I've never faced such a convoluted contradiction of fate before. While we learned the cause of the incongruity, I wasn't able to make the necessary corrections. Unfortunately. At least we chased off Torvusard and defeated the Kinreave. You want to help me? What a strange mortal you are. But resourceful. I'm not sure I would have learned anything at all without your assistance. Here's the goal. Farewell. Wait. My master, Hermaeus Mora, wants to speak with you, mortal. He will use me as his vessel.
Know that the Prince of Secrets addresses you, chosen of fate. I can observe through my watchling's eyes, Speak through them, even act through them when necessary. You and Scroot uncovered a threat before even I became aware of it. That concerns, but you and Scroot were not fooled. For that, I give you a gift, so that I may better aid you against this ongoing threat to my realm and yours. I will make this watchling available to you for the duration of our agreement. Now, Laramil comes.
I came as soon as I heard Proxy. I knew what Hermaeus Mora predicted, but I never truly imagined invaders in Apocrypha. We have examined the threads of fate and learned much. Return to the Necrom bindery and we shall determine our next steps.
Laramil the Wise? You know this mortal too? Then understand the pages.
Of corpses.
Never heard it called that before. But yes. Yes, I do. Would you like a tour of the catacombs?
Perhaps later. Hermaeus Mora's proxy returns.
Ah, of course. I'm sure the two of you have much to discuss.
Three labors were set before you, Proxy. Now Vermina, Periite, and Master Shelreni stand revealed as our foes. I have been speaking with Curate Gadain. I find him intriguing. But just as Gadain told me then, the Fulcrum Obscura, the hidden kindred, are well named. Although I understand you prevented them from escaping with the complete relic. Let us move on. What happened after we parted ways at Telrendis? Black books serve as doorways into Apocrypha. A master such as Shelreni Barrow likely has other ways to reach Hermaeus Mora's domain. So why is this particular book so important to her? What did you find in Alavelis? Able to invade Apocrypha unnoticed and break into the realm's master index. Our enemies are bold and capable, it seems. 3 different locations and 3 different schemes. They must be connected, but how? What? Ah, I believe I see. The relic must be the key. The secret Vermina's servants sought in Apocrypha is the location of the dream. And the Black Book is needed for the rite they plan. Clever. Ah, yes, Torvasad. Well done, Proxy. Now we have a name for the spider at the center of this web. Key, rite, and dream. I have been conversing with Curate Gadain. I find him interesting. But now we must return to the business at hand. The fates of 2 worlds depend on what we do next, Proxy. Shall we proceed? I admit the particulars of the plan currently elude me. Clearly they believe the relic, this fulcrum obscura, and the rite are key to remembering the dream they seek. To stop them, we must learn more about the dream and the secret it holds. We go to Apocrypha. The stacks of Cypher's Midden contain the most extensive collections of tomes and treatises in all the known realms. If answers to our questions exist, we will find them there. Will you continue to aid me in this endeavor? The portal in the room downstairs connects to the endless library of Apocrypha. Once there, head northwest and meet me at Cypher's Midden. Our research begins there. Since Curate Gadain is intent on recovering the relic, he shall accompany. Where better to hide Oblivion portals than inside a ruined bookshop? This is just one of many studies I utilize across Tamriel. I even have a site in Apocrypha from which I can conduct my research. In Cypher's Midden, to be exact. Curate Gadain, are you certain you...
Hey, welcome back to me wishing I knew how to work the emotes so that I could properly cosplay this character. Anyway, I truly hope that you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. If you got to this point, thank you so much for all of your love and support. Each and every single one of you are amazing people, and I appreciate each and every single one of you that watches and likes and hangs out in the streams and watches the shorts and does all the things. So this is where I plug, even though I'm not good at it. I do stream on Twitch under Phoenix Plays RPGs several times a week. I also stream on my main channel, which is Video Games in Real Life, where I put out video content as well as shorts, and I have TikTok as well. So if you guys are ever interested, hit the links, check out the steps, and don't forget to come by and say hi. I hope that you guys enjoy. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. That's all. Bye!